A growing body of research is beginning to peel back the bright, clean label that high-protein diets have long worn in modern nutrition. These eating patterns, often promoted as the pinnacle of health and body optimization, now come under increasing scrutiny, not for what they promise, but for what they do. A recent study from North Carolina State University reveals a darker and more complicated reality. Switching protein sources can dramatically alter the gut microbiome in just a week, with consequences that may reach far beyond digestion. We live in a time when protein-packed is synonymous with healthy. Shakes, bars, snacks, and entire meal plans market themselves on this one macronutrient. But beneath the surface of those marketing claims lies a complex interplay between dietary protein and the microscopic organisms living inside us. The study, led by Alfredo Blakely Ruiz, used highly controlled diets in mice to show just how volatile and unpredictable this relationship can be. When mice were fed diets that differed only in their protein source, egg white, soy, brown rice, or yeast, the communities of gut bacteria didn't just shift slightly. They were reshuffled completely, with new species rising to dominance and others vanishing, and metabolic functions swinging drastically in tandem. This is not just an academic curiosity. The gut microbiome is a central player in immune function, brain signaling, hormone regulation, and inflammation control. Disrupting it, even temporarily, can ripple outward in dangerous ways. Perhaps most concerning from this research is what happened in the egg white fed group. While egg whites are a staple in many clean diets due to their high protein content and low fat, they induce some of the most extreme microbiome changes. A single bacterial species surged and turned on a suite of enzymes designed to break down glycans, complex sugars attached to proteins. These enzymes didn't stop at digesting the sugars in food. Laboratory tests suggested that the same enzymatic activity could degrade mucin, the protective mucus layer lining the gut. This mucin barrier is not an optional extra. It's a crucial defense, shielding the intestinal walls from pathogens, toxins, and inflammation. Without it, the gut becomes more permeable, a condition known colloquially as leaky gut, which has been linked to autoimmune diseases, mood disorders, chronic fatigue, and more. What we're looking at is the possibility that something as routine and widely accepted as eating egg whites could, in the wrong context, set off a chain reaction in the gut that ultimately breaks down the very barrier protecting our internal environment. And this isn't just a problem with egg whites. Diets rich in soy, rice, and yeast proteins also cause spikes in glycan-degrading enzymes, raising the question: are we quietly sabotaging our gut lining in the name of high protein? The researchers were quick to point out that their experiment used purified, simplified diets, not the mixed and complex meals most humans eat. That's true. But even so, this study exposes a troubling reality. We still know very little about how the protein-dense diets we're encouraged to follow affect our internal ecosystems. We may be eating for muscle growth, weight control, or satiety, but if our protein sources are encouraging gut bacteria to strip away our natural defenses or produce toxic byproducts from excess amino acid breakdown, then we are not eating for health. Perhaps most alarming is how fast these changes occurred. The gut microbiome was altered in a matter of days. That's a chilling reminder that our internal systems respond quickly and dramatically to dietary input. If just 7 days of eating a single protein can shift the microbial and metabolic landscape so completely, what happens after months or years of high-protein living, especially when guided by popular trends rather than careful science? The warning here is not to demonize protein. The body needs it. It's essential for muscle repair, enzyme production, immune defense, and countless other biological functions. But we should be wary of turning protein into a dietary idol, especially without asking which proteins, how much, and in what context. The science now suggests that the protein source matters far more than we thought. Some may destabilize the gut, pushing it toward inflammation and dysfunction. Others may interact more gently, or not at all. But until we understand the precise biochemical fingerprints of these foods on our internal microbiome, there's reason to be cautious. The idea of one-size-fits-all nutrition is increasingly obsolete. Personalized dietary strategies are emerging as the only logical path forward. Not everyone reacts the same way to soy, or rice or egg white. What's tolerable for one person may be harmful to another, especially if underlying conditions like gut permeability or autoimmune predisposition are already in play. And yet, most high-protein diets today still operate under blanket assumptions about what's healthy. This gap between public messaging and microbiome science is a serious concern, and one that health professionals must urgently address. As researchers like Blakely Ruiz and Kleiner continue mapping how protein types reprogram microbial activity, they may unlock ways to create truly supportive dietary systems, whether through food combinations, probiotics, or targeted supplements. But we're not there yet. For now, the lesson is stark. Even the foods we think of as clean and functional can have side effects hidden at the microscopic level. Our health doesn't just depend on the macros we count, but on the invisible decisions our gut microbes make in response to those macros. In an age of oversimplified nutrition advice, this study sounds a necessary alarm. High protein may not always mean high health, and in some cases, it may mean the exact opposite. Would you like a breakdown of safer protein sources based on current microbiome research?